This is going to be a hopefully fairly quick how to and how not to number sheets and use the sheet set manager to do so. So I've run into an issue with one of my projects here where people are using the properties of a sheet to number the drawings, and this element here is actually in the paper space of the sheet itself, and that's not the way we're supposed to do things. So first off, I'm going to open up the sheet set manager. That shortcut is SSM. And if we go to the properties of this sheet that I have open here, you can see that this description that says do not use this is showing up in this field right here under drawing. If I change this to whatever and update this drawing, then that drawing code is linked to the description through the properties. This is a bad way to number sheets because you have to go into the properties of each individual sheet and change the description in order to update that. And that's a slow and inefficient way to do things compared to the way we're supposed to, which if I right click on a sheet and go to rename and renumber, this layout name right here should control the drawing code. And I can update these. Here, I'll just go ahead and do it now as quickly as I can type. So I'm just going to type in some nonsense here. Oops, not in number. Let's go ahead and change that back to 16. All right, so go back to the layout, and on the next sheet, layout. As quickly as I can type that, I can update sheet numbers. That is how we're supposed to update the sheet numbers. So since this is a problem on this job, I'll go ahead and fix it here. And the way that I would do that, actually, first off, let's open up a template. So if you're starting a PLSH, let's just go ahead and go to the S drive, Autodesk 2017 Secure Templates, and we're going to make sure that our file type is DWT. Let's just say that I'm in Queen Creek. Doesn't really matter where I am, but I'm going to open up the Queen Creek border DWT just to show you what this looks like. And this element right here that says model is actually a field. Yeah, here we go. So let's take a look at it. And the field that it's referencing, or the variable that it's referencing, is a system variable called CTab. And this is supposed to be in the model space of your PLSH base. It's not supposed to be in the sheet itself. It should be in the model space of the PLSH. And you'll see if I start a sheet template that in the sheet template, where there would be a space for the DWG, there is nothing in this area. And that is because you are not supposed to put the DWG code in the paper space of your sheet. So I'm going to go to the PLSH of the job that's giving me problems. And I'm going to change back to DWG so I can actually see my drawings. So I'm opening up this PLSH. And under drawing, there is nothing where there should be instead that field that we saw back in this template PLSH. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. Because since it's a template, I can copy from drawing to drawing because there shouldn't be standards issues. I'm going to go ahead and paste this in, make sure that all my snaps are okay, and it looks like it's set up right. And so this is, again, let's just double check the field here, but it is referencing the system variable CTab. I'm going to go ahead and say OK and save my text changes, and I'm going to why did this open up as drawing 4? Sorry, this isn't going to work because it opened up as a new drawing. Let's do it one more time and make sure that we're actually in the PLSH. Here we go. Now we're in the PLSH. I'm going to paste that model again. Again, I'm going to check those snap grips to make sure that we're spaced evenly. And I'm going to save this PLSH drawing. And now when I go back into my sheet and reload the PLSH, whatever I have as my tab name right down here and also controlled through the sheet set manager most easily, whatever that value is, will show up here. So I'm going to undo the delete that I just performed. This text element right here that is in all these drawings, controlling these drawing codes, shouldn't be there. I'm going to go ahead and delete that through all the sheets. I'll just do it on this one for now. But now I will not control the drawing codes through the descriptions. Instead, I'm going to right click and rename and renumber, and the layout name is what I want to actually control. And just to check to make sure that I'm using the appropriate layout name, I'm going to make sure that I sequence it correctly from the last drawing. So the last drawing was P6, so I'm going to go ahead to my next drawing, and I'm going to call this P7, P8, and P9. And if I were to do that the old way, what I just did in 5 seconds would have taken me a minute. So do it this way, and as soon as I regen this drawing, you'll see that the drawing will now update to match the tab name that is controlled through the Sheet Set Manager rename and renumber.